Hello everyone, welcome to Odoo Live, and I'm Ken, the marketing officer here at Odoo Hong Kong, and I will be your host for today's webinar. Joining me today, we have Benny, the senior business advisor here at Odoo Hong Kong, and we will discuss how to manage your sales pipeline by using Odoo Sales Management. And if you'd like to view this video again, and you can just simply access the link to this video, and then you can watch it anytime you want. And throughout the presentation, we will be answering your question in the YouTube chat. You can feel free to raise all your questions, and Benny will help me to get to them at the end of the section. Okay, and let's get started with our webinar. Benny, all yours.
Thank you, Kent. Good morning, everyone. Today's topics would be how to manage your pipeline. And let's just get a bit of an introduction of myself. My name is Benny Tang, Senior Business Advisor from Odoo for the APAC region in the Hong Kong office. And you can see my details in here. After this webinar on the topics, and you can actually book an appointment with me, and I can actually do a more detailed tailor-made demo for you. And here's a bit of my introduction again. I would be I usually help the potential clients or existing clients to present them with live demos, and mostly it would be working on the workflow, on the optimizations, and I'm really familiar with all the Odoo apps and modules. That's why I'm a senior business advisor in Hong Kong office. I've been with the company for 3 years already. So this is the agenda for today. I will be talking about a little bit on our background, and then who is using Odoo, and also today's webinar's topics, objectives. And at the end of the webinar, we will have a Q&A sessions for you guys. So what are we? So Odoo is actually an all-in-one ready-to-use business management software. It is a cloud-based solution. It works on all mobile devices, including tablet, Android phones, and also right now we have our iOS application already. So basically you can log into your Odoo system in any way you want it. Okay, so next slide. So this is what we consist of with all the features in Odoo, including basically this is all the code apps that you're seeing on the screen right now. It's including website where we can do all the e-commerce. We have our built-in web builders where you can have default themes, where you can build up a really professional and nice looking website with all the rest of the function as well. For sales modules, we have the CRM, which is one of our big topics today. Together with the sales, POS, and subscription, you can actually manage all different sales in different channels with the Odoo system. In operational wise, we have the inventory modules where you can manage all your stock flow, your serial number, log number. Together with the purchase modules, you can automate all the shipment, deliveries, and also if you're a servicing office, you can have the project management where you can mark all your timesheets with different tasks, assigning different tasks to people, and also do the billings on the timesheets that you have marked with different employee with different rate as well. And well, I will go quickly in here as well. With the manufacturing, we have a full set of manufacturing modules where you will be able to manage all your BOM list, manage different version of your product with the PLM, as well as maintenance with your work center with different machines and everything, and also with a quality control checkpoint as well. In terms of finance, we don't just do invoices anymore. We have a sophisticated accounting modules where you can manage all your full set account with all the default reporting, such as like P&L, balance sheets, and everything, and so on and so forth. And internally, we can also manage your employee expenses as well. And we also have our human resource modules, where you can have your employee directory, recruitment process. You can manage your in-house, your vehicles internally, and all your employees can also be able to apply their annual leaves, legal leaves, sick leaves, or compensation leaves, and etc. And also to manage the appraisal as well within the Odoo system. In terms of communication, we have done all the marketing automation for you, which in terms of email marketing, you can actually launch an event into the Odoo website as well, launch the survey, and the survey could actually link with the appraisal where you can decide a set of questions for your employee to answer. On your website, you also can link with the live chat as well, where all the tickets and everything can be linked in, integrated together with all the modules itself. And we've also got some extra integrations with the delivery, with the big four delivery company, which is like DHL, UPS, etc. We have linked the eBay, where you can log in with your own eBay account within the system and update the product within the system as well, and as well as the IP phone as well. Okay, so this is what the whole picture of Odoo can do for you in terms of the integration. So let's just go to the next slide. Okay, so Odoo have all of office all over the place. Basically, in the North America, which is the San Francisco, New York. We have 3 offices in Europe, mainly obviously in Belgium, and we have our research and development team also in India. And here I am in Hong Kong, which is the sales and the service team as well. And we are mainly focusing on the APAC region. Okay. So in terms of time zone, we can provide 24 hours support already, because we cover all the time zone basically. Okay, so in Hong Kong office, this is a bit of our background. In our system, we support 32 languages, and at the moment we have accumulated since 2005, as you can see in here, we've accumulated more than 3 million users already, and staggering figures of 1,000 installation per day. And over the 4 years, we have experienced close to like 1,500% growth already. And this is our founder, Vebin, and he's the one who built the company, basically. Okay, so here are some references. So in terms of large enterprise, you can see, and also on some small and medium-sized company in here. So you can see in terms of the industry, we're quite diverse, and some of the names are quite well known as well. In Asia particularly, we can see Foodpanda in here, and some other well-known brands as well. Okay, so okay, let's get into today's topics: sales management, how to manage your sales pipeline. Okay, so today we have 3 challenges in terms of managing your sales pipeline and also coordinating with all the sales activities within Odoo system. The first one would be how to manage your sales team performance, how to prioritize and also manage your different sales channel or your different sales team within the Odoo system. And secondly, we can, in our Odoo system, we can show you how easy is it to make a professional quotation, and also be able to follow up after you send out the quotation to the client, with also associated with the integration with our CRM applications as well. And last but not least, the most important part would be how can you transform a quotation into a sales order, eventually manage all your invoices with the Odoo system. And also, we have a very interesting topic in here today as well, is to how to manage recurrent invoices, which means is that maybe you have some self-service that you sell to your client in the future, where you can issue quotation automatically on a yearly basis, on a weekly basis, or even on a monthly basis if you want. Okay, so and also all these invoices can be interlinked with the CRM and the sales modules as well. So this is the main 3 modules that I will be going through today with you guys. Okay, so let's get straight into the database. Right, okay, so before we start, I would like to have a general introduction on the dashboard that you're seeing on the screen right now. So Odoo is actually a browser-based solution. So you can simply just type in the name of your database on a browser. It works on any browser, And also the interface itself is mobile responsive already, so it will swing into any sizes that you wish to have. And we have the Android and the iOS application for you to log into your system. So once you're logged in, you will be able to see the name of the user, which is myself right now today, and also you will be able to see all this notification on the top. So today we will be only focusing on the CRM, sales, and also on the invoicing modules. And again, for the recurring invoice, it will be on subscription. Okay, so let us get straight into the system, into this CRM. Okay, so once you click into the CRM, obviously you will be able to see your own pipeline as a salesperson. If you are a manager, you can actually simply untick this filter. You will be able to see your whole team of people with the pipeline with different stages, as you can see on the screen. And also on the top of every single modules that we have a top menu. And in most of our modules in here, you will be able to see the reporting. Okay, so in here you can manage your sales channel. So on today's webinar, I have built up 2 different sales teams with different team members, as you can see. One is called the direct team, and another one is called the website team. Okay, and you can even go into a little bit further into the detail by doing the settings, changing the colors, and again to the settings. I will be able to add any team members, assign who is the team leader, what do you want to see on the sales channel dashboard that you just see on the screen, and also you can be able to adjust what other content you want to see on the graph view. Today's I've just put the pipeline, the expected closing within the month, and also grouped by different salesperson as well. So I can now go back to the sales channel. So this is the way that you can actually see a lot of information on each of these teams here. You can just simply click into the pipeline and you will be able to see the direct team pipeline with all the different salesperson. As you can see, this is me and this is my another colleagues, Lisa. Okay, and most importantly, in the pipeline itself, you can see a lot of information as well. You will be able to prioritize with the stars. So the more star you get, it will be on the top of the screen. And also on this campaign view, you can drag and drop each of these opportunity into different stages as well. Okay, so let me just drag this back. And again, in order to, because we know that all the company sales process are a little bit different. So you can actually tailor-made on each of the sales channel with different sales procedure accordingly. So you can actually, maybe I'll add one more stage called qualified sponsor, and then add it to this stage in here after the qualified, which means is that maybe I wanted to have this one more stage where I have contacted the decision maker or maybe the owner of the business already, and if I do, then I can actually drag it to the stage accordingly. And also within every stages, you can also edit the stage by clicking this button in here. You would like to maybe assign this stage to which sales team if you want, and also to be able to write the probability in here manually, or you wanted the system to decide it for you automatically if you want. Okay, so this is how you can see and manage the different sales teams status in the sales channel report. So right now I will go into the whole scenario for you, where I will start with the lead generation in our CRM system. Okay, so I have imported a list of potential client in here, and also you can, in the settings, if I go into the settings, you can also, just bear with me, you can also use an email. Maybe this email would be from your contact page, contact form on your website, and then once the potential client fill in the contact form on your website, it will be transformed into the lead list for your internal followings or follow up with your clients. Okay, so I will save it. Okay, so as you can see, in this function that will enable a specific email that you can use for multiple location, like contact form, live chat, and whatever you need to divert the lead into the system, you can use this email already. Okay, so right now let me go back into the lead. Let me just simply click on the first lead. Okay, and right now, as you can see, this lead have no salesperson at the moment, and I would like to add one salesperson to follow this case. I would add myself, and I can also right now send an email to the client straight away with the send message button in here. I can actually send a quick message just by clicking this with an attachment if I want. Okay, just by introducing ourselves quickly. Okay, so the system would actually remind you on the first message, do you want to add some more information? Okay, so in here, in our system, you will have a chatter where you will be able to see the full history of this client, when was it being created, who created this lead, and also the previous correspondent email that you have sent to the client. When the client received the email, it will be shown on this chatter in here as well. And then also you can simply send, besides a quick message, you can also send a detailed email to this client, just like a normal email with a HTML editor. And you can use also on the email template. You can set up as many templates as you want for your salesperson. Maybe the first email, the welcoming email, and so on and so forth. Once you type an email, you can save it as in like a new template just by clicking this button. Okay, and it will be saved for this name, and you can go inside and change the title for easier to find. Let's just put it as testing, and you can also configure the content of the email in here as well. Okay, so for future use. So again, I can send it. Okay, up to this point, this client, bear in mind, is still just a lead. It is not a customer in your database yet. In order for this customer to be loaded into your database, you would like to follow up this client and convert it into an opportunity if you want. Okay, so right now you can have this choice whether to create a new customer or to link it to an existing customer, or do not link it. So there's a choice in here, and you would like to maybe divert it into different sales team or different salesperson at this point as well. So I'll just quickly create an opportunity. Okay, so from this point forward, I have successfully converted this client, this opportunity, Solar IT, into the direct sales team to the salesperson of Benny Tank. And as you can see, we have this preset stage for you already in the campaign view I just showed you earlier. Because of the integration, you can see that I'm actually in the lead session, but I can still maneuver the pipeline in here in one page without clicking to the other function. And right now I can actually, maybe after the first call, I have qualified the client already, so I want to change the stage. Once you change the stage, it will be shown in here as well on the chatter. And then I can maybe, by now I know his budget, so I can maybe set up the expected revenue. And he told me that he would like to make a decision by the end of the month. So I wanted to, by the end of next month. So I would like to put it for next month. I can prioritize as in like a freestyle since the time is running out. And also be able to like classify the client into the what sort of tag does that belong. So in order for me to find it out more easily on the list view or the campaign view when I have a lot of client to handle. Okay, and again I can update the information in here, and as well as I can update the information in here as well. Okay, so right now I would like to let's just say update his phone number. That's my direct line. Okay, so and then I can actually add another person if I want, if there's any other person within this company, and I would like to correct this information, as in like this is not an individual, this is actually a company itself, and I save that. Okay, so right now, as you can see on the fly, I can update the customer database into the system in any way I want, even I'm only in the pipeline. So again, you can see the correspondent that I've made, even that he's in a lead. So the whole conversation will not be lost in here. And also, I would like to add another followers, maybe another of my team members as a followers for them to follow. So I'll just add Lisa. I can either add this person quietly, or I can add this person by sending him an email to notify my colleagues to follow this case as well. Okay, so right now, as you can see, in here I will have all these followers, including the client. If this is an internal colleagues, I can actually communicate with this log note in here by typing the @ sign. Let me just save it first. And then, hang on. And I will be able to find Lisa. And then I will just say, please follow, and then log it. So once I logged it, an email will be sent to my colleagues with this message. And he or she will be able to see the activity on when he logs in here as well. Okay, I will explain this tab later on. And now I would like to schedule an activity with this client. Maybe I would like to, as you can see, we can preset all this activity in the settings. According to the status switch, maybe the super admin or the manager can set up different type of activities for different sales team in order for them to log the activities. So in here we have the meeting, so I can actually set up a meeting with the client. Let's just say this is a site visit. Okay, and schedule a meeting. So once I've typed that, in our Odoo system, we actually associate immediately with our calendar. So in the calendar itself, you can have different view. As a manager, I can actually see everyone else's calendar, as well as my own calendar, sorry. And then I would like to schedule a meeting with the client. Hang on. In a week. Yes. So I would like to schedule a meeting tomorrow at 11 o'clock, and I will just type site visit. I can either just quickly create this meeting. Once I create it, the meeting will be sent to the client straight away, or I can edit more detailed information on the meeting. 1 hour, I can put a tag, whether this is an offsite meeting. I can set up reminder in terms of email 1 hour before. So it works like a Google Calendar, and I could put the address in here if I want. And also the description, maybe the process of the meeting to notify your client. And as well, you can also attach, any documents within it as well. And also, you will have the option, if it is an internal meeting, you can actually set up sales meeting on a recurrent basis of like every week if you want. And also on the invitation, who do you want to send to? Okay, you can add the contact in here, and so on and so forth. So once I've saved it, this meeting will be sent to the client straight away. Okay, and then you can again view it on different format, by week, by date, or by month if you want. So right now, let me get back to the opportunity by clicking this navigated path in here. So right now I've set up a meeting with this client. Okay, so right now I'm still in the lead generation tab. So let me just go back into the pipeline and show you what it is in the pipeline. So at the moment, I have this Sona IT. So once I've qualified it, so I wanted to move into this stage. And then let's just say, as you can see, the bar in here shows you what have you planned. The one in red, it would be the one that is overdue. Let's just say, you know, I have already qualified this client already, so I can move it in here and drag and drop and so on and so forth. And as you can see, the status button would also be changing. The amount of expected revenue will also be changing on each stage as well. Okay, so again, we can view it on the Kanban view, on a list view, and you can use one of our most powerful filter that we have, the group by function. We can group it by stage, even group it by country if you want. So as you can see in here, and also you can have any custom filter as you want. So once you have set up a filter that you would like to use every day, you can also save it. As in, like, you know, if you want to share this filter with other people, if you want to use this filter as the default filter when you open this pipeline again, so I can share it to all the other users if I want. And then I can simply just click back and come back. And this filter works in different views as well. Okay, so if I get back in the Kanban view, okay, so right now, let me just go back to Sona IT. So if I untick it, I can see all the team members pipeline within the direct sales team. Okay, so let us just continue working on this opportunity in here. So I find the decision maker already, and also right now I would like to edit the company information in here. So I can click in there, and then I would like to add a person of the decision maker or the invoicing address. So I will put that as Ken, which is one of our hosts today, and then he's actually in Hong Kong, and then I can give it a good email and maybe a mobile phone as well. Okay, so and then I can save and close. So in the Odoo system, you will be able to see, we can identify whether this is an invoicing address or a delivery address, another address, or simply just a contact. So you can add as many contacts as you want under one company. And then I will just put in Hong Kong in here as well. Okay, and save that. Okay, so right now I would like to deal with exactly with okay, so right now I can put again the expected revenue. I think I forgot to save it just now, and then the expected closing date, and save that. Okay, so in the Odoo system, because we have the integration as well. So now this is how you can, in general, how to manage the pipeline. We can change the stage. We can set up meetings with the client. We can have the activity log, the communication history with the client as well, and so on and so forth. And also, whenever you're logged in, you will be able to see how many things that you need to do today, and how many things you this is late, or how many things you need to do in the future. So let's just say if I click on one of these links in here, as in today, I will be able to see what I need to do today, and for future and for late as well. So right now, let me just get back into this opportunity. And because of the integration again, okay, so this is I can actually make a quotation straight away on the pipeline, and then I can with the system, as you can see, I have updated this as the invoicing address. So when we create the invoice later, this invoice was sent to this particular person within the contact history that I've just inputted. And then I can also, in our system, we can also have the quotation template, which I've made already. And then I can actually make the preset payment terms. These payment terms can also be preset in the customer profile page, as in here. I'm showing you right now. In the sales and purchase tab, I can actually, sorry, in the invoicing tab, I can actually preset the payment terms accordingly, and also preset the price list accordingly. So I will not be going through detail in the price list and the payment terms in this webinar here. If you have more questions in the future on setting different price lists, like if you have a specific discount, if you wanted to set it up about different prices in different currency, or for different like distributor, wholesaler, and so on and so forth, you're welcome to email me, and then I can actually tailor-make a live demo for you for your case specifically. Okay, so right now I can save it. Okay, as you can see, because I've changed it to immediately, so the payment terms will be changed on the fly in here as well. And with the quotation template I've chosen, the product is already preset. That saves you a lot of time choosing the product from the drop down menu in here. Okay, in here, and then you can search by name if you want. Obviously you can add some more product if you want. Maybe I wanted to buy a computer case, and then all we gotta do right now is to maybe update the price in here, $50, and he would like to have 2 domain changes, and then he would like to customize about 5 modules, and then he would like to have another 2. I'll just make up the numbers right now quickly, just to make it look more realistic. And then this is the total. Default terms and condition can be added in the settings in here on the sales, on the configuration settings, and you can even update the terms and condition even though it is being preset if you want. And most importantly, with this quotation template, we allow you to have an online quotation as well. So if I click preview on the quotation, okay, you will be able to see I have already preset the company introduction, and then the quotation itself, and then maybe the product description, each of them, and last will be the pricing and the terms and condition. Okay, and if you want to customize this image or the content in your online quotation in here, you can simply click edit mode if you have the access right, obviously. And I would like to maybe show some of the features of my service and products on the introduction. Then you can simply do by drag and drop with different content that you want to put, or you want to add some more images on some of the product item. You can do that so by drag and drop as well. So you can save it, and once that is saved, when you send to the client, it will be in this format. Okay, all the client's details are in here already. So let me just get back into the backend. Okay, so at this point forward, you can see how easy is it to make an online quotation with the Odoo system. And again, you don't have to save the PDF or the online quotation, because you can actually send this quotation directly to the client from the system by simply clicking this button. Because of the preset workflow of the Odoo system, the solid button in green are the obvious next step that the Odoo system is hinting you on doing so. So you can see the printout is already here, and by default in the Odoo system we have preset 4 different formats for you to choose from. And again, this is all fully customizable depending on your needs. You can talk to our consultants once you have subscribed to our service, and then we can actually tailor-make the print version of the quotation for you. Okay, so I can send it to the client right now, or I can edit some of the content if I want. Maybe I can CC that to Ken as well, and then I can just send it straight away. So you can see right now underneath you will be able to see the sending status to the client. If it's a tick, if it is cannot send, it will be in the red envelope. If you want, you can start this important quotation, or again you can add followers. So almost in all our modules right now you have this free button in here, where now you can follow up your quotation closely by setting an activity. Maybe I will just put it as to do, and I will just put follow up by tomorrow. Okay, and then I want to assign to who, I can do that as well. And then I can just put maybe a footnote, negotiate price and confirm payment if I want. And then I can schedule it. Once I schedule it, okay, let me just quickly save. I will be able to see I have one more icon in here. So which means is that we actually centralize all your activity in this button in here. So you can now be able to see what do you need to do on a daily basis, and even reminding you on what you would be doing, and if there's any late action that you've set which you haven't done yet. Okay, so this is how easy is it for you to follow up the quotation. And then right now, as you can see, the office next step would be confirming the order in here. So let me just click again into this online quotation again. I would like to show you how easy is it for the client to confirm the sales for you as well. Okay, so once the client opens the email, he will be able to see this online quotation. He can actually ask for changes in here straight away, where they can send you a quick message. He said, I like the price. Okay, and then I can send it. Once that is sent, the salesperson or the responsible person will receive an email to notify him to be there is a message for you. And also, once the client open and view the quotation, you will be notified as well. Okay, the client can simply click accept and pay in here, this button, and he can choose the preset payment method that you have sent. If you have a payment gateway with the PayPal or whatsoever, they can choose it and pay and confirm. Once they click pay, then they will follow the PayPal procedure on screen to confirm the payment. So I can now just confirm the payment straight away in here. Once that is confirmed, you will be able to see there's some changes to notify that the client have confirmed the quotation for you. So I can now come back. Because I'm doing it myself, it might not have the confirm button. So let's just say I can scroll down and I can see I can confirm this payment straight away. Okay, and because I have set all this product as in like a recurrent contract with the recurrent invoice, so I would you will be able to see that there is a subscription in here that is being made already. And then let me just close this tab, and the obvious next step would be creating an invoice. So I can now quickly click this button and then select the option that you have. I would like to build a whole sales order, so I can just quickly create that. Okay, as you can see, because again it's the integration between the quotation, sales order and invoice, you don't have to actually retype the whole content of your invoice, and it will be automatically done for you. All you need to do is to we have by default is a draft invoice right now. So according to the SS right, you can maybe allow the salesperson to create the draft invoice, and then the accounting or the sales manager will be the one who validate the invoice. That can be done during implementation for you according to the SS right, with this sort of like action that we can set for you with the SS right. So now I can set up the invoice date, and then as you can see, because our payment terms is immediate payment, so the due date is automatically filled in for you. And then I can now save it and validate. Once that is validated, you can see automatic invoice number will be filled in for you already. And again, you can see our system will hint you for the obvious next step, which is our preset workflow. And this sequence of the invoice can be customized, obviously. And during the implementation, our consultant could actually guide you through how to set your particular sequence of the invoice number, and again also on the sales order number if you wanted as well. So I will not repeat the step. So I can now quickly register the payment. Okay, sorry, before I register the payment, I would like to show you at the bottom in here. Okay, this is the total amount due, and then again with the order history, and also the related sales order is all printed out or displaying on the screen very clearly for you, with the tags and everything, and the source document in here as the sales order number. So right now I can now register the payment. I can register the payment into all the preset bank account if I want it, and then in what currency do I want. If it's paid by check, you can write the check number in here if you want, okay, as a memo, and I can validate the payments. So this is how easy, from quotation with the integrations, from CRM, I can actually deal with the sales modules and also with the invoicing modules already. So right now, if I have to go to the sales module, I would be able to see the sales order 22 in the sales module, and then you can see the status as well. And then if I go into the invoicing module, I would also be able to see the particular invoice from sales order 22 is billed to Ken Chen automatically, because we have allocate the invoicing address in the system. So this is how easy it is right now. And last but not least, if I now go into the subscription modules, okay, you can see there's a very nice KPI report on the system, that you can see all the different figures of your different contract in the future. And I can now click into the subscription. Okay, the status of the subscription. Okay, so you will be able to see all the different contract and the status. So in particular, I would like to look at this Sona IT, the new subscription that I've just made. So you can see that the next invoice date, because it is drafted as monthly, you will be able to see the system would be generating this new invoice for the client next month on the same days of today. Excuse me. And then you can actually see the history invoice that you have sent to the client. Okay, this is being paid already, as you can see, because we have registered payment. And then also, if I go into the reporting, I will be able to see how many monthly contract I have, and also on different report. And this report can be downloaded as well. So if I now go into the dashboard, you will be able to see your own personal data in here. But obviously this is a demo, so there's not a lot of data in here. But as you can see all the related information with different salesperson as well. Okay, so right now, let's go back into the slides. So what I have come explain to you very quickly today is how can we monitor all the sales performances, prioritize all your tasks, manage your different sales team with the dashboard, and then how can you easily make a professional code with the quotation template, and how you could set different activity that you wanted to follow up with the quotation, and how the sales order or the quotation be related, integrated with the CRM apps, and as well as the professional invoices. So last but not least, let me go back into the pipeline again. So I've jumped a step too quickly already. So if I now go back into the, let me just find the case. This is the case, right? So I can now quickly say, since I have done the deal already, so I can actually mark this activity as done. and then maybe I would like to make a follow-up call as a customer service. So I can schedule the next activity, just to say, you know, surveys for next month, if I wanted to. Okay, and then I can now mark this case as a win. Okay, so this icon would be a little bit like getting your salesperson a little bit of encouragement with maybe the sales manager's face on it if you want. Okay, so right now if I go back into the pipeline, I would be able to see how many cases did I win today, and also if I wanted to monitor quickly on the expected closing, I would be able to see that. So you can make good use of the filter if you want, okay, with today's activities and so on and so forth. Okay, so I think that's it for today with the all these 3 points in here I've covered. So thank you very much for your time, and this is my information, and I believe Ken will actually post this information later on in this channel in here, so you can get in touch with me.
Okay, great. Thank you, Benny, for the presentation. And it's time for our Q&A section. If you have any question, please feel free to leave in the YouTube chat, and Benny will help me to get it in. And we can wait for around 3 minutes for you guys to think of your specific question, and please feel free to raise it. Do you have any other things to share?
Right, okay. Well, remember that we have make a star on the quotation that we have just made just now. You can actually go into the discuss sessions, and you will see all the star item that you have made. Maybe this is the quotation that you would is a very important case for you. Then you can just list them out all in here. And again, with the master inbox, all the internal or external email will be located in here, and then you can act on it straight away in here with, let's just say, with this star you can reply the message straight away if you receive any new messages, and so on and so forth. Okay, and again, with this discuss session, you can, with the team communication, you can actually set up a private channel like the sales team and add, you know, the related members within the group, and then send a group message to your sales team as well. And again, with the calendar view, you can, as I showed you before, you can view everyone's calendars to be able to monitor who is doing what at any particular time. Yeah.
Okay.
So if there's any question, I'm more than happy to answer them.
Okay. Right, we've got a question.
Yes.
And one of the attendees asked, can we restrict date field to get current date?
Can we restrict
date field, maybe the date field in the CRM module, to get the current date?
You mean on the next activities?
Maybe Capilia, you can specifically state more specifically into your question, so that Manny can know more about the details and the background of it.
Because if you're talking about the next activity days, all the dates are set by the user themselves, and it would actually hinge you on how many action you need to do today. And if you have set the action that you didn't do, or you didn't log the activity, let's just say this is the late activity, is overdue for 9 days already, you can actually, you know, get back into these activities and then maybe correct the dates, or even mark it as done if you haven't marked it. So if you mark it as done in here and on the screen that I'm showing, so you can see this is in gray color, which means is that there's no action being scheduled for this opportunity on the screen in here. So I can simply click in here and then schedule the date that I wanted accordingly. Let's just say I would like to email the client maybe the intro email and etc., and then I can schedule the date accordingly. And then once I schedule it, as you can see, it will be shown, the status bar will be shown in here as well. Do I answer your questions?
Okay, and we come to another question.
Yes.
We come to another great question. Is there any difference between quotation and sales order?
Right. Okay. This is a very good question. Well, basically, if I now get into one of the opportunity again, in our system, the steps are as follow. The preset workflow is you make a quotation. A quotation does not equivalent to a sales order. This is a order not yet confirmed. So right now, if I choose the quotation template, I have all these things to be sent as a quotation to the client, saying that, do you agree in this price? And after, if the client have confirmed the sales, if I saved it, it would be, in our system, it would still be a sales order number. But if you print that out or you view it on the online quotation, it actually tells you this is a quotation with this number. Okay, so right now, if I confirm the quotation right now, okay, if I now again, this is right now being confirmed and the subscription is being made for the recurrent invoice. If I now print this out, this becomes a sales order. Can you see the difference right now? Okay, so in our preset workflow is that everything is triggered by a confirmation of a quotation into a sales order. In order for our system to regenerate maybe the project task, maybe the subscription for the recurrent invoice, or maybe it would also trigger the request of purchase in our system as well, and also manufacturing order if you want. So this is the difference between the quotation and the sales order. Okay, does that answer your questions?
And I believe Benny got to the question accurately and precisely. And the one replied, thanks.
Okay, then. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
I appreciate your help.
Yeah.
And if there's any questions,
yeah.
If not,
maybe we can leave a message to the group in here that my equity link. So, and also my email address, and then in this way they can actually get in touch with me if they think of any other question that they would like to ask. It may not be related to today's topic as well. Any requirement, I can solve it for them. I can give them a genuine or a detailed, tailor-made demo for them. All they need to do is to schedule the free time slot that I have.
And I will leave Benny's equity link in the description box that is below the video. If you guys want to schedule a demo with Benny, you can click on the link and then schedule time with Benny. Okay. Then thank you, Benny, for your remarkable presentation. And don't forget to click like if you found this video helpful, as well as subscribe to the channel. And if you got here late, you can just simply access to the video link, the URL, and then you can rewatch it anytime you want. As always, if you have any further question, you can send them to my email, which is kcn@odoo.com, and we will try our best to answer your question as soon as possible. And thank you all again for attending and joining us in this webinar. And next Wednesday, we will have the same webinar at the same time on the topic for Odoo inventory. And you can feel free to sign it in and then join us again. Thank you for your participation, and see you.